everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating another apartment. I did use Tool to swap out some of the windows simply because I wanted them to be a little bit more optimal for the floor plan that I wanted to go with. So there's a little bit more light in the kids' bedroom this time compared to the other times that I've done this apartment. I also added another window in the living room area as well. It's basically just to brighten up everything because honestly, some of the windows that are in the standard version or the default placements of the windows are kind of weird. I'm just gonna set it straight. They're a little bit like there's a very small squared window somewhere and that just does not let in a lot of light. It does look weird from the outside, but let's just ignore that, okay? We're just gonna pretend like we do not see it. But yeah, other than that, this is decorated for a single mom and also a pair of twins. It's obviously Salim's apartment in the arts quarters of Myshuno. I can't really see what it says in the upper left corner, but you can see the address up there. And despite trying my best to make sure that the bed was accessible from both sides, I still don't know why it's not. You'll see that later on. It makes no sense whatsoever, but it's only accessible from one side. So just keep that in mind. However, everything else in the bedroom should be accessible, such as the dressers, you know, the important bits of furniture that you might actually interact with when you're playing the game. Those should be accessible. It's just the other side of the bed. I don't know why, but hey, sometimes this game is a little bit of a mystery when it comes to routing problems, and I just could not figure it out this time, so it's for a single parent. As for the color scheme, I am using a lot of lighter colors, almost pastel colors, but I am still using a lot of it, although not to the point where it takes, it's a little bit too much. I don't know, I feel like sometimes it gets a little bit too much. You guys know that I'm not necessarily the best when it comes to colors for interiors. I just don't like it in real life, so I like to tone it down a little bit for my Sims interiors as well. It's just the look that I like, so obviously when you're building in The Sims, your personal preferences will always be kind of reflected in the interiors or the exteriors that you do. The same counts for me. I can't cast it aside. I need to like what I'm building otherwise, or decorating in this case. Otherwise, I just will not like the end result. So I'm just toning it down a little bit, but for me, I feel like there's a lot of color in there. I initially started making the kitchen here colorful as well. I think I went for, was it a blue swatch or a pink swatch? I don't remember exactly, but it just became a little bit too juvenile or something like that, so I decided to change it for a white one instead. However, in the rest of the apartment, I will say that there's a nice amount of color. So, and it's mainly this pink that you see right here, and also the yellow, these lighter tones. And then there's also a little bit of blue here and there, especially when it comes to the common area. I have to say this before we get too far into the video. I did place the mom's bedroom in the living room, but it's on a platform. However, if you download this off the gallery, there might be, you know, it has to, because you can't actually upload apartments or room builds with platform views, which is, whatever. So it's kind of framed up with like a fence sort of situation, so you're gonna have to raise it up until it's a meter high in the game, which is when you can place down a ladder so your sim can actually get to that platform. Just so you know, I can't upload anything with a house. I can, but not a room build, which apartment uploads are their room builds, so I can't do that if it has a platform, so I had to take it off, put it down. You guys get what I mean? Basically just lower the platform again is what I'm trying to say, but I forgot what it was called. And also, I'm not sure how the windows would work with the exterior walls. I think someone said that you're gonna have to place down the windows yourself if you download the build. That is not something I can change. So, you know, you might have to download Tool if you play on PC and remove the windows before you download this off the gallery and then place it down. If anybody's tried that yet, let me know. Does it work? Like if you remove the windows from the default apartment and then download this and place it down, does that work? Will it actually show up with windows, or will the windows be completely messed up? I haven't really tested it out because I never download my own builds or place them down. Not really, unless, you know, something's suddenly missing from the build, then maybe I will, but or if I've spent an hour on terrain paint and the terrain paint disappears, then if I'm lucky, I'll have saved that build to the library and I'll place it down again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to redo all the terrain paint. I've done that a couple of times by now, so it's happened. Anyway, I learned from my mistakes, so now I mostly save them before I shut down the game, because there is unfortunately a chance that the terrain paint will be gone when you open the game again. So just let me know if any of you have tried it out with builds that you know the creator used tool for. Let me know if it works, or specifically apartment builds, not just builds. Let me know if that works. So anyway, yeah, other than that, we are cluttering up this space. They have basically everything they should need. There is also a little bit of a work area for the mom in this house or in this apartment. I decided to place down a desk in the living room. They have a TV, a rather big TV as well. I know how luxurious. And there's a couple of toys in the living room as well, although the kids' bedroom is quite big this time. It's a 4x4, so compared to the size of the apartment, I would say that it's a rather big bedroom. It's the same size as the mom's bedroom area, so I think they're good this time. Usually when I decorated this apartment, the kids' bedroom always turns out super small, but for some reason there was room this time. I don't know. I felt like the apartment was a little bit bigger this time. I don't know how that works, but hey, I'm not complaining about it. I even placed down a drawing table this time, which, yes, they can actually draw their own little. That's why there's also some spare wall space in the kids' bedroom, so they can draw some drawings and then place them on the walls themselves. Also, don't worry about that bookcase. There are plenty of other book stacks in this apartment that your Sims will pick out books from, so I know they can't access that bookcase, but if you click on that bookcase and then click on read something, your Sim should go to the nearest available book stack or other bookcase and then pick a book from there instead. That works for me at least. I hope that's the same for everyone else, but you know, you never know. Rooting issues are weird in The Sims. Let's just put it straight. They're weird. So what works in my game might not necessarily work in your game, and I'm not really sure why. So did you guys, if you're on Twitter, did you see that there's been a leak for the next kit? I think there's still another Create a Sim kit, but there's definitely a build buy kit incoming. I think it's Microsoft who leaked it. They often do that. I don't know what that's about, but hey. And it's gonna be a plant kit, which is kind of funny. I am still, like, I'd rather have had an expansion pack than a plant kit, but if I could only choose a kit, I'm okay with a plant kit, okay? I just want to set that straight. I'm okay with a plant kit. If it had to be any kind of kit, that's the kit I want, okay? However, I still want an expansion pack more than I want a kit, so, you know. But we're getting a plant kit as far as the leaks say, at least. So I am excited to see the amount of plants that are available with this kit and also which plants they've included, because, you know, plants are different. So we have a lot of the classics in the game already, but I'm excited to see. I would really want a Monstera Deliciosa, for example. I'm not actually sure that we got one. If we do, I think we only have them for exteriors, right? I think we got one of those with the Silver Dorada pack Jungle Adventure, but it's for exterior use, so you can't really use it for interior. I would want one of those, so maybe a pothos. But other than that, I don't really know, because pothos can be a hanging plant, so I'm looking forward to seeing which plants they've included, because, you know, I'm a plant nerd. I'm going to be doing an overview, obviously, and I'm going to tell you guys every single plant type that's included, because I can. So let's do it, right? Let's do it. But I still would have wanted a game pack, a stuff pack, or an expansion pack more than a kit, even if it's a plant one. But I'll say yes, thank you to the plant kit. Yeah. I don't know about the other Create a Sim pack though, or kit. I have no idea, so we'll have to wait and see if they leak anything else. But as for the build buy one, it looks like it's going to be a plant kit. Unless Microsoft is trolling us, and in that case, I will never support them again, because that's just, I don't like that, okay? But yeah, other than that as well, I hope you guys have had a lovely weekend. It's Sunday. It's actually Halloween today, so I hope you guys are celebrating in some way. And if you're not, like me, I'm home alone. I am actually planning on reading for 24 hours straight after this. So could that be counted as celebrating? I'm gonna be reading horror books. So technically, I I'm just not dressing up for it, but I don't know, we could kind of pretend like it's celebrating Halloween, although I don't have any decor or anything. We don't really do Halloween here, so, or by really I mean we don't do Halloween here. It's definitely the minority that does. So it's quite normal here to not celebrate Halloween, and it's not really something that I am planning on doing, but I will be reading horror books for the next 24 hours. However, I hope that you guys are having a lovely day today if you are celebrating. Let me know what you're dressed up as, or if you're watching this tomorrow, let me know what you dressed up as. Let me live vicariously through you is basically what I'm asking for, so just, you know, tell me, and I would love to hear you out. Anyway, we are at the end of this video, so I'm going to be wrapping up this voiceover now. If you guys like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. If you like Roblox videos or lifestyle videos, check out my other channel. You can do that by clicking on the link tree in the description box. And other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
I guess it really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What did I do? In a millisecond, then it all came back when I thought that everything was lost. On a cold November night, when I met my Mrs. Right, my feelings come to life again. My feelings come to life. I didn't care. I just saw her standing near. Made my feelings come to life again. She's my Mrs. Right. My one and only one. My one, need one and only one. My one, need one and only one. My one, need one and only one. I guess it really was giving up on love, and I tried to block those feelings off. What else